Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Chelsea Blues. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We are hosts Ben and Mark. Thank you so much for joining us today. Guys, before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you turn that notification bell icon on to notify when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys, and thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into it though, please follow us on our socials at Twitch, Talking Chelsea Blues. We are live over there for every single match day. Go and get involved over there. We'd love to have you with us. And guys, go and follow us on our Twitter at Talking Blues YT. All our opinions are on there. Go and give us a follow and come and have a conversation with us over there. We'd love to have you with us there. And guys, go and follow us on our Instagram as well. We are trying to get better with our Instagram. Our first post has been uploaded today for the last few days. So go and have a look, guys. Go and get involved. We'd love to hear from you. So before we get into the main part of this video, congratulations to the England women who have just won the Finalissima trophy. The Lionesses have won it. They beat Brazil on penalties. I think it was 4-3. 4-3 on penalties. 4-3, yeah. Chloe Ella scoring the goal, and then Brazil scoring in the last few minutes of added time, and then England winning it on penalty with a goal from Chloe Kelly on the in penalties. So well done, girls. You're doing us proud. Go to the World Cup now and really strive for that. And also, guys, there will be lots of content on the Women's World Cup for this year. So go make sure you check out the channel for that. There'll be plenty of content for that. But let's get into the main part of the video. So we now have our interim coach, our caretaker manager until the end of the season. We all know who it is. It's Frank Lampard. Let's have a look at the club statement and then we'll see what is being said. Club statement, Frank Lampard. Chelsea FC has announced that Frank Lampard has been named caretaker manager until the end of the season. The move marks a return to Stamford Bridge for Frank, who enjoyed an illustrious playing career with the Blues, winning the Premier League on 3 occasions and the UEFA Champions League in Munich. He managed the club for 84 games, including guiding us to an FA Cup final. Co-controlling owners Todd Bowley and Badad Eghbali said this: "We are delighted to welcome Frank back to Stamford Bridge. Frank is a Premier League Hall of Famer and a legend at this club. As we continue through an exhaustive process for a permanent head coach, we want to provide the club and our fans with a clear and stable plan for the remainder of the season. We want to give ourselves every chance of success, and Frank has all the characteristics and qualities we need to drive us to the finish line. We have an important game against Wolves on Saturday, and then we turn our attention to our Champions League quarter-final in Madrid next week. We are all going to give Frank our full backing as we aim to get the best possible outcome from all our remaining games." So, Frank Lampard is our caretaker coach until the end of the season. I mean, for me, I like this. I think it shows that we're looking to just get some stability for the end of the season. We're looking to try something to try and get us over the line, as the club said in this statement. We're trying to focus on Real Madrid as best as possible. I know Lampard hasn't got a lot of experience in the Champions League, but he has a lot more experience of managing this club and knowing Chelsea inside and out than Graham Potter does. Dad, what do you think about the appointment of Frank Lampard? I know we discussed it a bit yesterday, but tell me a bit more in detail what you're thinking. Do you think this is a good move from Chelsea, and do you think we've got a chance now of stabilising ourselves in the Premier League and giving ourselves the best possible opportunity against Real Madrid?
Yeah, I think it's great news, Frank returning to the Bridge. I think, Frank wasn't given, the long...
Goodbye.
Wasn't given long enough previously to, develop the club to, what we want it to be. I know that Frank, is hero worshipped at Chelsea, and he win the dressing room time and again. And I think, he's an inspiration to the players we've got now, and I think he knows so much, about the winning tactics.
The
So
winning
much,
mentality.
there's so much experience he can pass on to these players. Frank is a legend. Frank played with the best Chelsea team of all time. And it's a total breath of fresh air. And the return of Frank, I'm highly delighted. And I think, like I said in my previous video, if we brought, say, Julian Nagelsmann in, for example, then I would love to see Frank kept on and appointed as, the deputy coach. He's sort of working what I call is sort of apprenticeship in this league of management, and this would be advantageous to Frank. So I think the whole club needs to get behind him, the fans, and keep Frank for the long haul as a deputy, and later on, who knows, he could be the head coach of Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, look, as he said in his press conference earlier, this is my club. This is my club.
Yeah.
He knows this inside out. He knows this club. He knows the dressing room. He knows the characteristics of what it takes to be a Chelsea player. He is Chelsea. He's Mr. Chelsea. And for me, it's a great appointment, but it's also risky. It's also risky because of his lack of experience as a coach. I think the time at Everton and his former time at Chelsea gives him that opportunity to put things right that weren't correct before.
Let me interject here. Yeah, Frank has been used as a scapegoat on a couple of occasions now.
Especially the first time at Chelsea.
Yeah. And, he's got an abundance of experience. Yeah. Where you're saying, it's a bit risky and everything else. There's nothing else. Or we can't go further down the table, than we did with Graham Potter.
It can't be any worse.
So, what is the risk for the rest of this season?
I think the risk...
Bring in a full-time manager, make Frank assistant manager, and I think it'll all be quite plain sailing, and I'm looking, within the next 2 to 3 years, we could have a top Chelsea team winning silverware again.
Yeah.
But, you've got to be patient, yeah?
Yeah, of course, you've got to be patient. You've got to give coaches time. But, and this is the argument that a lot of our fan base are having, whether, we're not here for a tactician to come in now. Frank Lampard is not a tactician. That is clear. We are playing on pure vibes. Pure vibes. And if we're going to be playing on pure vibes, you might as well bring the band back together. Bring Ashley Cole back as an assistant coach. Bring John Terry back as an assistant coach. You might as well bring Drogba in as well. You might as well just bring the band back together and bring the old group and show these players that are on the pitch now what it means to be a Chelsea player, what it means to die for the club, for the badge, how it's done, what the pride of Chelsea is. We are Chelsea. We are not some mediocre mid-table team. We shouldn't be where we are today. That is due, okay? I'm going to be clear, right? And I like the owners. I do think they spent a lot of money and they've got some fantastic players in. Don't get me wrong. But the complaints I've got about our owners, they made a mistake hiring Potter. They made a mistake firing Tuchel, and they made a mistake hiring Potter. We are not a mediocre team, and we do not deserve mediocre managers at this club. We deserve the best of the best. The best of the best. And I mean it, right? Because I'm clear about this, and I'm clear in my mind. Todd Bowley and Badadeg Bali, they are still new to this football ownership. So they've got to leave it up to the footballer, up to the football people who know, who've got the brain for this.
And coming
yes,
back.
they can provide the financial backing, and they're the custodians of the club, but leave the footballing decisions up to the footballing people, the technical directors, the sporting directors, the data analysts, the managers, the assistant managers, the junior coaches, whatever is a footballing decision to make,
Everyone's got their roles.
Let the footballing people make the decision. When you see a decision that has to be made on business terms, you can make that decision. But on a football approach, leave it to the football people.
Let me say this, yeah, and this is how I feel, heartfelt. It backfired on the owners, the team,
the fans
most of all, yeah, and I think that was their curse for getting rid of Thomas Tuchel, and the way they did it as well.
The way we got rid of Thomas Tuchel was disgraceful, right?
Yeah.
There was no goodbye, there was no farewell, there was no swan song. You know, there was nothing of that caliber, right? Thomas Tuchel won us the Champions League, the Super Club, the Club World Cup, right? He got us to 2 FA Cup finals, right? He gave us top 4 in the Premier League 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Right, and let me explain something to you. Right, when you have a top coach at a football club, you listen to them. Say like, because Todd Bowley and Badadek Bali are new, yeah, they don't have any football knowledge of note. You know, Thomas Tuchel has had a lot of knowledge that he could pass on, right? It doesn't seem like the owners wanted to listen. They didn't want to learn. They just thought, okay, we know best. This is a business. You know, yes, it may be a business, but when it comes to football, the manager knows best. The assistant coaches know best. The footballing directors know best. The technical directors, the data analysts, they know best. Todd Bowley and Badadek Bali deal with the business stuff. When you see a business opportunity and you need to develop branding and creativity in that, right? Do that. But when it comes to football, let the football people do the footballing stuff. Because when someone who doesn't know about something goes into something that is new, there is plenty of mistakes. And a mistake was sacking Thomas Tuchel, hiring Graham Potter. I admit, right, I was all for Potter at one point. I thought, okay, great, it's an opportunity, he's a young coach. But now I'm seeing what I've seen, and I know that it was a mistake. And to all the Chelsea fans who I said Potter was a good appointment, I apologise live on YouTube now. I apologise to you, for the fans who were right, and to those fans who told me I was wrong. I do apologise. But now we have an opportunity. I think there's so much to learn for Todd Bowley and Bali. We'll see.
I think it was quite a costly risk, as well, to get rid of Tuchel and bring Potter in. Had we kept Tuchel, I think we would have been sort of within the top 3 now. Yeah.
We'd be in that fighting position.
That's my estimation. So if we should learn now from this, and, you know, not be too quick to sack managers
and hire
the right ones.
And I think that's what they've done with Frank Lampard. I think they've brought Frank Lampard in as a caretaker so they can take time and have patience over the next appointment of the next manager to make sure it's right.
That's all I'm saying. Don't use him,
Don't
utilise him.
Utilise him to the best of your abilities.
Give him experience.
Right? He has got a lot of knowledge to give about this club. Not just about this club, right? He was a footballer at this club. He knows this club best.
He made that club in a way.
He made this club.
He made that club,
He made this club his own.
You know,
right?
Everywhere you go, Super Frank Lampard, you know, his name is on neon lights.
Yeah, just don't use it. Don't abuse it. Give him the team. Let him run with it. Because now is an opportunity for us until the end of the season to get a manager in. But offer him the assistant role at the end of the season when it comes to a new manager coming in, whether it's Luis Enrique or Julian Nagelsmann, whether it's any other manager that comes in. You know, there's so many managers that are in talks at the moment. I've heard about Antonio Conte. I've heard about Mourinho, Enrique, Nagelsmann, Zidane, Pochettino, Gallardo from River Plate. Whoever you're going to bring in, make sure it's the right decision this time. Make sure it's not gung-ho, oh, he'll do, stick him in. No, Make sure it's the right call for the club. Make sure the project is, down to a T. What we want and what we need to do. Where we want to go. How far can we go? And what do we need to go that far? These are the 3 elements. Now for me, as I've said before, I think Nagelsmann is the perfect fit. Enrique is a great fit too. Maybe Gallardo, I don't know. Ancelotti maybe. We have been in contact with Carlo Ancelotti. Let's see. I mean, if Ancelotti came in, it would be a whole different world to what we're used to now. I mean, think about Ancelotti, you think about a winner. A winner. But only time will tell with the manager, with whoever manager is going to come in. Dad, to be honest, I like the idea of Lampard. I do. And I think it's great until the end of the season. And you said let him become an assistant. Do you think? How long do you think the project will run for before, if like Lampard was the assistant, say under Nagelsmann or Enrique or Ancelotti or something like that? How long do you think the project goes for? And when do you think Lampard becomes our full-time head coach permanently?
Well, I think, if he was to take, say, for example, Julian Nagelsmann, and, they had him for like 3 seasons or even 4, yeah? I think, over those 4 seasons, with Frank being at Chelsea as the assistant coach, he's going to, learn, an abundance of, managerial aspects of the job, yeah? He's going to be equipped to, be this sort of like heavyweight manager, yeah? And it's all there, but he just needs guidance, training, Don't Frank, don't take anything away from him. A legend, a great player, one of the best midfielders, if not that England's ever had. And let me just say this, yeah, forget Steven Gerrard.
I'm not even going to disagree with that.
Yeah. We must, as a club, as an honour to him and everything else, take him in, yeah? Teach him the ropes.
Give him the tools.
And give him the tools.
Give him the tools and let him run with it.
Appropriately undertake the role of your full-time head coach. But like I say, I think if he's not kept on as a deputy,
then there's something not quite
There's
right.
something not right, yeah. It's all good and well saying, oh, let's bring our superstar in footballer. We'll let him run the club to the end of the season, and then go your own way.
Go your own way. I mean, look, right, with Frank Lampard, he's got what, 54 days in charge? 54 days if we don't make 60 days if we make it to the Champions League final. So what have we got to do? Give him the tools. Don't give him any rules. Don't give him any rules, right? Let him have leniency. Let him use the whole squad. Let him run with the tools he's got. Because you never know with Frank. For all we know, Frank Lampard could turn around, take us on a 7-8 game winning run. Bang, top 4's back on.
I hope he does.
Bang, top 4's back on the table. Come on.
Prove the critics.
And you're like, and if, look, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but say top 4 was back on the table. Frank's done something there. Frank would have worked wonders. And if Champions League's still on the cards, just saying, it's not over until it's over. Guys, let us know your thoughts.
As a tribute to the great man himself, the legend, I say super Frank, super Frank, super Frankie Lampard.
So, guys, let us know your thoughts. on Frank Lampard being caretaker manager. Do you think it's a good decision by the club? Let us know in the comment section. Also, guys, let us know, do you think should he be kept on as an assistant next season under whoever it is, Julian Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique, whoever the next manager is? Let us know. Also, guys, let us know your thoughts on how you're feeling about England ladies, the Lionesses, winning the Finalissima. Congratulations once again, girls. You are doing the country proud. But guys, hope you've all enjoyed today's video. That is the end of it. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to notify when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys. And yeah, enjoy the video, guys. And guys, we will see you tomorrow for the match preview for Wolves versus Chelsea. Bye, guys.
Evening, guys.